and welcome to ISC Class 12 Maths tutorial. The topic is determinants, and today we are going to learn properties of determinants. आइए पहले आपको एक शायर की दो लाइन सुनाता हूं. शायर कहता है, नाज रस्तों के उठाते हुए थक जाता हूँ, नाज रस्तों के उठाते हुए थक जाता हूँ, मैं तेरी बज़्म में आते हुए थक जाता हूँ, मैं तेरी बज़्म में आते हुए थक जाता हूँ. फिर नए गम की ज़रूरत है मेरी गज़लों को, फिर नए गम की ज़रूरत है मेरी गज़लों को, रोज़ की बात बताते हुए थक जाता हूँ, रोज़ की बात बताते हुए थक जाता हूँ. दिल का वो मैल मगर साफ नहीं होता दीप, दिल का वो मैल मगर साफ नहीं होता दीप, हाथ लोगों से मिलाते हुए थक जाता हूँ, हाथ लोगों से मिलाते हुए थक जाता हूँ. Thank you. Properties of determinants. There are some properties, and today we are going to learn some of them. The first property is, if each element of a row or a column of a determinant is 0, then the value of the determinant is 0. What? If each element of a row or a column is 0, then the value of the determinant is 0. Here I have taken, here you can see the second row, each element is 0. It could be third row, it could be first row, it could be first column, it could be second column, anything. Alright? Each element of a row or a column. For example, 4, 2, 0, 1, minus 1, 0, 7, 8, 0. Now in this case, the third column is 0, each element is 0. Alright? So then the value of the determinant is 0. Fine. Now, second property. And the property is, the value of a determinant remains unchanged if its rows and columns are interchanged. If its rows and columns are interchanged, that means the first row becomes the first column, the second row becomes the second column, the third row becomes the third column, like that. You can see here. The first row is A1, A2, A3 in blue. The first row is becoming here first column. The second row you can see B1, B2, B3 in red, and the second row is becoming second column, and the third row C1, C2, C3 is becoming your third column. That means the rows and columns are interchanged. And if we do this, then the value of the determinant remains unchanged. You can see this is equal to this. Fine. Now, third property, and the property is, if any two rows or columns of a determinant are interchanged, then the sign of the determinant changes. The sign of the determinant changes. Any two rows or columns. Alright? You can see. Third property. Any two, what are we saying? We are saying any two rows or columns are interchanged, then the sign of the determinant changes. Now see what happens here in this case. The first column is A1, A2, A3. The second column is B1, B2, B3. The third column is C1, C2, C3. C1, C2, C3 is as it is. As far as these two first and second columns are concerned, you can see that the first column is becoming the second column here, and the second column is becoming the first column here. That means the two columns are interchanged. And the property is, if any two rows or columns are interchanged, the sign of the determinant changes. That's why you can see a minus. Fine? Clear? Okay. Now, fourth property, and the property is, if any two rows or columns of a determinant are identical, then the value of the determinant is 0. Fourth property. Look here. The first row is A1, A2, A3. The second row is B1, B2, B3, and the third row is again A1, A2, A3. It's not C1, C2, C3. Generally we write down C1, C2, C3. Alright, if you follow this pattern, A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. But in this case, you can see that the first row and the third row, they are identical. The corresponding elements are same. See, A1, A1, A2, A2, A3, A3. Alright, because two rows are identical, and therefore, according to the property says, in this case, the value of the determinant is 0. Alright? Clear? And this is not only for any two rows, as the property says, any two rows or columns, if they are identical, same, then the value of the determinant is 0. Clear? I hope these four properties are very, very clear, and they are very important. Alright? Please remember. तो मुझे उम्मीद है कि आपको आज का लेक्चर पसंद आया होगा, और अगर पसंद आया है तो प्लीज चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए, है कि नहीं? ओके देन, थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक्स।